The Tokachi region of Hokkaido. It is one of the largest agricultural regions in Japan and is considered to be the breadbasket of the country. How did Tokachi become the agricultural leader that it is today? The answer lies in the strong will and dedicated efforts of the people towards agriculture. The Tokachi region is located in the southeastern part of Hokkaido, the second largest island in Japan. It is a vast plain with an area of around 10,830 square kilometers, surrounded by mountains to the north, east, and west, and by the Pacific Ocean to the south. Tokachi is home to around 349,000 people living in 19 municipalities, the most populous being the city of Obihiro, with around 168,000 residents. Tokachi experiences large temperature variations over a year, with hot summers that go over 30 degrees Celsius and extremely cold winters that can go below minus 20 degrees Celsius. Clear blue skies known as Tokachibare that continue for days, particularly in the autumn and winter, are a familiar sight in Tokachi, and the region is blessed with one of the highest annual hours of sunshine in the country. With the Hidaka mountain range to the west acting as a barrier against snow clouds, Tokachi is known as a region in Hokkaido with relatively little snowfall. In spring, snow accumulated in the mountains melts and flows into rivers that run all across the plain. These mineral-rich river waters are a lifeline of the people and agriculture of Tokachi. In autumn, trout and salmon go upstream into rivers, where they are caught in hatcheries and their juvenile offspring released back into the rivers. Through various fishing ports at river estuaries, salmon, pollock, squid, and other fresh seafood caught from the sea can make their way to consumers within hours of their catch. Of the 170,000 strong working population in Tokachi, 13.8% are engaged in agriculture. Counting other related industries, it is said that 60% of the working population is connected in some way to the region's agricultural industry. The average cultivated land area per farm in Tokachi is 40 hectares, which is comparable to that of Germany, a leading agricultural country in Europe. Tokachi also has a large cattle industry, with an average of 145 dairy and 251 beef cattle per farm, compared to the national average of 68 and 39 cattle respectively. Compared to 197% for Hokkaido and 39% for the whole of Japan, Tokachi has a calorie-based food self-sufficiency rate of 1,249% as of 2015, a testament to the region's importance as the breadbasket of Japan. The various factors of climate, geography, and agricultural produce have given rise to a unique food culture in Tokachi. Walking along the streets of Obihiro, you will find a lot of bakeries and confectionaries that offer products made mostly with local Tokachi ingredients, such as wheat flour, sugar, butter, and adzuki beans. Adzuki beans are the main ingredient of the sweet red bean paste found in many Japanese sweets, and the beans produced in Tokachi have been renowned for their high quality. Tokachi Adzuki beans has become a famous brand preferred by major confectionery companies all over Japan. Cows grazing in vast pastures are scenes that have come to define Tokachi. Dairy products made with fresh cow's milk have also come to symbolize Tokachi food culture. Cheese and ice cream factories abound in Tokachi, and they are popular spots for both locals and tourists alike. The food culture of Tokachi has developed through the years through a consistent pursuit of safety, reliability, and good taste. It is a legacy handed down from the generations of Tokachi farmers who have always taken an uncompromising stance on quality. Tokachi had been inhabited by the Ainu people when the first settlers arrived from the mainland in the 1870s. Unlike most of Hokkaido, which was developed by government entities, Tokachi was pioneered by a private company. Without any protection or guarantees from the government, the company's members decided to build a frontier settlement in Tokachi. With no machinery and limited supplies, most of the work had to be done by hand, but they had tremendous support from their ever-reliable draft horses. These huge horses helped in uprooting trees and carrying heavy loads, and were indispensable companions in the lives of the pioneers. However, they soon discovered that the soil of Tokachi was not as suitable for farming as they thought it would be.
で最初黒い土だったんで非常にいい土だとみんな思ったんですよね。ところが作物を作り始めると 2,3 年で急激に取れなくなる。なぜだっていうので調べたら実はリン酸が非常に欠乏している土壌だったということが明らかになったというのが歴史ですね。結果的にそこにじゃあリン酸肥料を入れてあげようと何十年100年近い時間をかけて入れてきてるんですけどそれを入れることによって、そのリン酸の肥沃度を高めてきたっていうのが十勝の農業の歴史です。それによって今現在は非常に生産性の高い土になっているということになります。
The abundant waters of the region also posed a problem to the early farmers.
実は水っていう面から考えるとありすぎる。でそのある水はどっちかっていうと温度を下げてみたりとかあるいは根の生育を阻害したりとかで大雨が降ってしまうと実はいろんな水害とか生育不良をもたらすっていった意味で、水と肥料との戦いがここあったっていうことです。
Through fertilization and soil management techniques and the development of agricultural infrastructure, the soil of Tokachi has become exceptionally fertile. It was not gifted by nature on a silver platter, but the product of many years of hard work and ingenuity. Since the pioneering days, beans were one of the most prominent crops produced by Tokachi farmers. Adzuki and soybeans were particularly popular because they grew well in the cool climate and had a stable market. However, their repeated cultivation for successive seasons caused the fertility of the soil to drop. This led to the introduction of sugar beet farming combined with dairy farming. Together with sugarcane, sugar beet is one of the main sources of refined sugar. Its resistance to cold makes it the preferred crop in temperate regions. In the 1920s, the production of sugar beets in Tokachi increased dramatically, with the construction of sugar refineries as well as railroads to connect them to the farms. Residual material from the beets was used in dairy cattle feed, and the dairy industry also began to take root in the region. With the increased demand for wheat products such as bread and noodles from the 1950s, wheat farming became popular in Tokachi, as larger areas could be handled by less workers in the same amount of time. Today, wheat is the most extensively grown crop in Tokachi in terms of planted area. Many Hokkaido farms also produce winter wheat, which is sown in autumn with the seedlings spending the winter under the snow. Potatoes thrive in cool climates but are susceptible to pests. With improved fertilization and pest control techniques in the 1960s, as well as the introduction of farm machinery such as planters and harvesters, Potato production in Tokachi increased significantly, and it remains one of the major crops in the region. Potatoes, wheat, sugar beets, and beans make up the 4 main crops of the crop rotation system practiced in Tokachi, a system that helps maintain soil fertility. Tokachi farmers also produce a wide variety of vegetables, including onions, corn, root crops, and leaf vegetables. This large-scale mechanized farming has ensured stable incomes for Tokachi farms. In their daily efforts to study their environments and produce even higher quality crops, Tokachi farmers receive support from various institutions. In particular, agricultural support provided by educational institutions in Tokachi is considered to be world-class. The Obihiro University of Agriculture and Veterinary Medicine promotes research and nurtures new talent in the fields of agriculture, animal science, and veterinary medicine. By accepting students from around the world, they aim to contribute not just to regional and national interests, but to the international society at large. There are also a number of agricultural high schools that teach their students specialized knowledge and techniques at actual farms, fostering their self-development and independent problem-solving skills. In recent years, the schools have also ventured into food product development, with a number of original products going on the market. All these educational institutions cooperate with each other to produce the best and brightest farmers in the region.
今までお父さんに教えてもらったこと以外にも学校で習う詳しいことなどが学べて、そこはやっぱ自分の家では学べない帯農だけのいいとこだなと思いました。農業大国と言われている十勝をもっと全国的に有名にするぐらいの農業をできるように、ここ帯広農業で学びたいと思います。
In the farming business, various factors can easily influence crop yields, so farmers in the region cooperate and exchange information with each other to help improve overall productivity. Agricultural cooperatives known as JA, which has 24 local chapters in Tokachi, help coordinate joint supply and delivery. Farmers send their produce to their local JA, and JA handles the distribution and sales. In Tokachi, where farming is done on a large scale, the role of JA is particularly important and includes crop output management, quality control, cost management, farm management guidance, and other backup support. The Association of Small and Medium Enterprises is a national organization with a long history and currently over 45,000 members. It provides member SMEs with various learning and exchange opportunities. In 1989, the Tokachi branch of the association formed a Farm Owners Committee, the first of its kind in the country. With currently over 170 members, the committee provides farm owners with opportunities to discuss matters such as production, sales, employment, and human resource development. Tokachi farmers also strive to connect directly with their consumers and build a circle of trust. One of the ways they connect is by selling their crops or food products directly to consumers. At local farmers' markets, vegetables harvested in the morning are immediately available for sale, and since there are no intermediary fees involved, consumers can enjoy fresh vegetables at a lower cost. In autumn, food or harvest festivals are held all over Hokkaido. The towns and villages of Tokachi hold festivals to promote their own specialty products, such as potatoes, soba noodles, wheat, asparagus, salmon, beef, and more. One unique event focuses on agricultural machinery and features a race between tractors pulling weighted sleds. Many Tokachi farmers try out new challenges and innovations, such as sixth sector industrialization, which integrates the functions of farm production, product processing, and sales. This can be seen in farms that run farm restaurants, offering their produce to consumers as various dishes on their menus, or dairy farms that operate their own processing factories under strict safety standards. These diverse initiatives enable farmers to add value to their products and go beyond the realm of a primary producer.
主人の絞ってくれた牛乳、その絞ってくれた牛乳をいかに美味しく召し上がっていただけるかとか、こういう表現方法、自分なりの表現方法というのがやっぱりジェラートでありソフトクリームであり、基本的には生乳の美味しさっていうところをお届けしたいかなっていう気はしますよね。
Local government institutions provide a system to support these kinds of innovations by Tokachi farmers. The city of Obihiro implements various economic initiatives to support the food, farming, forestry, and fishery industries of Tokachi. There is also a local certification system which gives a stamp of approval to food products that meet specified standards with regards to safety, reliability, and quality. These initiatives have helped promote industrial awareness in Tokachi producers, giving them confidence in their products and the motivation to do more in their work. In recent years, Tokachi agriculture has seen increased activity towards overseas expansion. This slaughterhouse and meat processing factory was opened in March 2016 to meet the high-level safety management required for export into North America. Tokachi Nagamo, or Chinese yams, are currently exported to Taiwan, Singapore, and the USA. This Chinese yam sorting facility has obtained certification for HACCP, an international standard for food safety management. Many farms and factories in Tokachi are also HACCP certified, meeting the stringent requirements of food hygiene management. Utilizing the unique knowledge possessed by Tokachi, the Japan International Cooperation Agency, or JICA, aims to promote social and economic development in developing countries and contribute to the revitalization of rural Japan. This is implemented through training courses for participants from overseas, as well as partnership programs at the grassroots level. Through these initiatives, the experiences and know-how of Tokachi agriculture are helping the development of many developing countries in the world. Through partnership programs, JICA has been helping the development of food industries in Southeast Asia, while contributing to the economic revitalization of Tokachi, fostering relationships where both parties can benefit. One success story involves the collaboration between a Japanese sweets maker from Nakasatsunai in Tokachi and a snack company in Malaysia, enabling them to develop a new brand of halal-certified Japanese sweets. The landscape you are seeing is the fruit of the tireless efforts of Tokachi farmers, carved and polished over 130 years. Looking ahead, the people of Tokachi will continue to work together to advance the region as the breadbasket of Japan and as a leading role model for agriculture in Asia and beyond.